Gemini, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of March 9th. Guys, I'm sorry this is late. It's been a long day, but today is a full moon in Virgo, yes, and more importantly, Mercury is going direct tomorrow on the 10th. Can I get an amen? I know it's still in shadow period, but I'm celebrating the little things. And you would think, even though this happens 3 to 4 times a year, that somehow we would manage it, but this has been a weird, funky one. I don't know, is it just me? If it isn't, can I please get a high five down below? But it's going to be good, guys. Energy smoothing out. We got this. All right, this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So please be sure to check all three. And if this is your first time watching me, thank you. If it serves or resonates with you, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate it, and it really does help. All right, Gems, let's take a real quick breather. I actually already recorded your reading. And then in Mercury retrograde fashion, my laptop froze. It's goodbye gift to me once it goes direct. So redoing all of it. So let's take a deep breath really quickly. Let's ground out the day, any tension. And let's get started. For Geminis. I feel like I'm supposed to use this deck. So I'm going to switch it up really quick. Nope, that's a lie. That deck has not been wanting to be pulled for anybody. We're going to stick with this one. Having guidance for the energy of Gemini for the week of March 9th. Having guidance for the energy of Gemini this week. I see you. Ooh, a lot of major arcanas, just like last time. Not bad, Gems, not bad. Okay, let's do this. You guys have the Chariot, the Page of Cups, the Change Your Life card. You have the Perspective, which is the Hangman of traditional tarot, the Decision card, the Moon card. All these purple cards, these are major arcana. These are big weight cards. The Clarity cards is the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups. This is all good, Geminis. But there's some work to be done. Right out the gate, we have the Chariot card. So this, when we're Mercury retrograde, it feels like walking through mud. There's delays. Things are put on pause, the back burner. And right out the week, you're going to feel the momentum of this week. You should have already felt it today. I'm filming this on the 9th. The Chariot is a career focus. But in general, looking at your spread, this is about making positive and powerful changes. And the changes that you're going to be making, Gemini, they're going to require discipline. They're going to require some self-control. They're going to require consistency. And you're going to find the moment you really dedicate yourself to moving your life forward. You see my dog in the background. In many ways, it's going to benefit you, not just in career, but mostly in your emotional realm. You have the Page of Cups. It looks to me here, Gemini, that a lot of this focus, while there's going to be a lot of internal work happening this week, it's ultimately for the benefit of your emotional life, your relationships. This can be with your friends, your family. It looks a little romantic in nature too, but there's some changes that are being asked of you here. They're saying, we need to move forward in this area of your life. Not work must be good. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect, but what the universe is saying, there needs to be changes, decisions, reframing in regards to your relationships. You have the Change Your Life card next. Gems, you've been going through some stuff, and it doesn't always have to be direct. It can even be indirect. Like we could have gotten sick and realized how important our people in our lives are. We could have, gone through a breakup or gone through certain emotional turmoil that makes us have these revelations, these epiphanies, and that's really what happened here. You had this sudden aha moment, this sudden realization, then you're kind of like, you know what? Someone's got to change. I'm going to try this. I'm going to do that. I really want this. This really matters to me, and I'm going to be serious about it. I'm going to make those changes, or I'm going to go for it. I'm going to be vulnerable or open up or put more of my energy here. The thing is, whenever we're being guided for our highest good, our highest happiness, whenever we're not listening, things get real uncomfortable real quick. Not because the universe is punishing us. Not at all. The universe loves us. But it's like, is this uncomfortable enough yet? Move. Come on. It's like a shoe that won't fit no more. They want you to get a bigger shoe. You have the Perspective, the Hangman of traditional tarot. They're saying, if you're having a hard time, not having a hard time or not sure where to begin or how to proceed, let's stop really quick. There's a better way to go about things. Don't push against the current. They're saying, Let's look at it from other perspectives. Like, let's see how it might seem from their position, or if I'm in my future self, if I'm in my ideal, and I was to look at this, how would I see this situation? They're saying, look, there's something here you're not quite seeing, or you're kind of going about it in a way that might be more unnecessarily difficult. They're saying, let's look at it in a different way. What are the blessings? The hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge in traditional tarot. There is some wisdom that's trying to be given to you, an alternate course, an alternate view, an outside perspective, a way of doing something a little different and a little outside your comfort zone for sure, Gemini. But it's awesome. Like, go for it. It might be asking you to be vulnerable and you don't like being vulnerable. It might be asking you to make the move and you're like, nope, don't do that. It might be asking you to, open up, put yourself out there, and you're like, oh, it's been a while. But it's exciting and worth doing it. You have the decision card. Look, I'm telling you right now, Gems, you don't have to change if you don't want to. What's going to get real, real toxic? The decision card is you're holding yourself back. And it's mostly because you're insecure. We're lacking confidence. Like, what ifs? And hey, that's human. That's everybody, right? But you have to release yourself, Gemini. You're holding yourself back from your own happiness, your own well-being, your own emotional health. And yeah, it can be scary. But let me tell you, it gets a lot worse when you stay still, when you don't make those decisions, when you get stuck in limbo, or you stay in the same place even though you're not really happy, but it's comfortable and you know it, so you stay. When you have the decision card, FYI, it's really good to detox at this point. Sometimes when we're too much in this limbo, you can feel it. You get kind of lethargic, like heavy-limbed. Do a nice water cleanse, detox, sea salt bath, sage yourself, cut your cords, get nice and clean, and let's make a decision. You have the moon. Gem, these are old fears. Old fears, The moon are the things that are hidden, our subconscious patternings, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of failure, fear of not being good enough. But when these things come up, they're not coming up to stop you. They're not coming up so that you can identify with them. They're coming up so you can face them and see them. Like, I know what this is. I know where this comes from. Somewhere in my childhood, that job, that company I tried to start didn't work out, the relationship that didn't work out, my health, whatever. But it's trying to allow you to improve your plans. Awareness is 60% of the job. Honestly, it's a 60%. Now that you're aware of where it's coming from, we can at least approach it. We can go after it. We can move toward it, through it, past it. But you must make decisions. The all outcomes. You have the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups. Guys, these are great cards. These are soulmate relationships, happy emotional relationships. Now, it can't be romantic or platonic. If you are already in a happy romantic relationship, this would be something to celebrate. The Three of Cups is announcements, weddings, anniversaries, births, engagements, good news, good announcements. This shows me that when you make these changes for yourself, Gemini, the rewards are going to be more than worth it, abundant, overflowing, worth celebrating with other people. It's relationships, really. I mean, this can be choosing to get married, choosing to have children, choosing to put yourself back out there, choosing to love yourself more, to heal, to choose friends and a soul tribe that mirrors back. But this is really for your ultimate healthy emotional relationships, whether they're romantic or platonic. But it's really good for you, Gem, and you're ready to move forward. You're ready to do this. Yeah, the fears are going to come up mostly internally, but see the boogeyman for what it is. You can see this big shadow on the wall and it looks scary, but it's cast by a flame this tiny. When you look at where it's really coming from, it loses its power over you. So do the work, and I'm all for therapy. So EMDR, any kind of cognitive therapy would be really helpful to help just support you move through some of these, subconscious blocks and patterns, and live your best life, Gem. Love now, love always. Life is too short. Go for it. If you like a more in-depth reading or healing session, my links are down below. Otherwise, enjoy this beautiful full moon, Mercury going direct, and I will see you guys next week for next week's readings. Take care.